Hi everyone, this is Tamara, a certified yoga instructor. Today we're going to do a quick 10-minute flow to feel creative and happy. We will be using one block. If you don't have a block, use a book or be creative. I love using Louise Hay's positive affirmation cards. So the one I drew for today says, "My thoughts are creative." So we're going to focus on that throughout this flow. We're going to begin by lying on our backs with our feet in Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly feet. If this doesn't feel good for you, you have the option to just bend your knees with your feet flat on the mat and let your knees drop in toward each other. Just find whatever feels good for your body because this is yoga and you want to feel good. If it doesn't feel good, then don't do it. So find your comfortable spot and take a deep breath. Side out. Take a big deep breath in through your nose, filling up to the belly. Sighing it out. Just releasing whatever doesn't serve you anymore. Any negative thoughts you may be feeling, negative feelings you may have, or any anxieties. And just see where you can soften. Unclenching the jaw, relaxing the forehead, deep belly breathing. Letting the legs drop a little further open if it's available to you. And saying to yourself, "My thoughts are creative." I say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind. No person, place, or thing has any power over me. For I am the only thinker in my mind, and I create my own reality and everyone in it. Inhaling through the nose, smooth exhaling through the nose. Observe any sensation in your body. And then we're going to inhale, crossing the right ankle over the left knee. And then threading your hands through to clasp behind the left leg. Making sure to flex the right foot, protecting the knee. Maybe you press the knee away with your elbow and do little ankle circles here. Inviting movement, circulation. Maybe pulling a little bit closer to you, stretching out your piriformis and releasing your feet to the floor, crossing that left ankle over the right knee, keeping the left foot flexed. Then threading your hands through to clasp behind your right thigh. Just drawing your thigh toward you and making ankle circles with that right foot. Focusing on your intention. My thoughts are creative. And then unwinding, planting the feet on the floor. And we're going to hug both knees into your chest like a little ball, maybe lifting the chin up, rolling out the back, and then rolling all the way forward, coming up onto your bottom and rolling forward into tabletop. So here, lining up shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. And we're going to just take a variation on your hands here, maybe turning them out to the side or maybe even pointing towards you. And do a few cat-cows. Inhaling, dropping the belly. Exhaling, rounding the back. Inhaling, broadening through the collarbones, chin up. Exhale, lengthening the tailbone down. Inhales and exhales with your breath. Moving through your version of cat and cow. And then unflip the palms. Walk your hands out in front of you, pressing your hips up and high, coming into your downward facing dog. Knees can be pedaling out, one leg and then the other, stretching through your Achilles tendon. Chest toward thigh. Moving organically in any way that feels super good to your body, then inhaling up your left foot. Nice stretch, squaring the hips toward the ground. Then stepping that left foot up next to the left hand. And we're going to turn that right foot to a 45-degree angle, inhaling your arms up into our warrior one, squaring your hips toward the front of the room, pressing weight through the right knife edge of your foot, the back leg, checking that the knee is tracking between big toe and pinky toe on the left foot. Feeling strong in your warrior. Then hands together, a little back bend, palms together, drawing your hands down to your heart center. Then we're going to straighten out the front leg and shorten our stance, preparing for our pyramid pose. Option here to grab that block, put the right hand on your hip, and then holding the block, we're going to inhale the left arm up overhead. Exhale, planting that down on the ground, stretching it out. One more time. Inhale, reaching that left arm up. Exhale, planting that block down on the ground, hip hinging, leaving your hand here on the block, or if it's available to you, you can plant both hands down onto the ground in your pyramid pose. Just keeping a slight bend in the knees so you're not locking the knees out. Bringing that head towards your shin. You're here now, so be here now. And focus on your creativity. And then from here, we're going to inhale into a split. Maybe you're working on your balance a little bit. Exhale, bring the foot down, hanging here in a forward fold. Clasping elbows, swaying side to side, then rolling up. Sweeping arms over the head. And preparing for our vinyasa. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping back to your high plank. And lowering all the way down to the ground. Inhale into your cobra. Little back extension. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips up and high. Pressing chest toward thighs. Inhale, right foot up. Squaring the hips toward the mat. Exhale, stepping the right foot up to the right hand. Turning the left foot at a 45-degree angle and inhaling up to your warrior one. Sinking into the right knee. Make sure the knee is between your big toe and pinky toe. Maybe you bend a little deeper into that right knee. Engaging the belly. Knitting the ribs in. Breath is even in and out through the nose. Powerful warrior one. Tapping into that strength. And then exhale into a beautiful back bend. Hands together. Draw your hands to your heart center. Straightening that front right knee. Shortening the stance and hip hinging. Using your block if you need it. Grabbing a hold of it in your right hand. Inhaling, arm overhead. Exhale, plant your right hand down. One more time. Inhale, right arm overhead. Exhale, planting the block on the ground, preparing for a pyramid, hip hinging, using the block to support yourself or reaching toward the ground. Endeavoring to reach the head towards your shin, micro bending in that knee, and feeling the breath as it ripples up and down your spine. Anchoring yourself into the present moment. And then stepping forward, coming into your standing split. Left leg high, playing with your balance. Then exhaling the left foot down, coming into your forward fold, clasping opposite elbows, swaying it out side to side. Then inhale, sweeping the arms up and over. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back to your high plank, feeling strong. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, Hips up and high, downward facing dog. Catching your breath, then inhaling the right leg up. This time we're going to open up the hip and step it forward, coming into your pigeon pose. So here you have the option to put a block under that right hip so you can keep your hips squared. I decided I didn't want to use the block today, so I removed it, but that's always an option. So you can inhale up, a little extension, and then fold forward onto the mat or on your hands. You can even rest your forehead onto a block. A pigeon helps really open up the hip area. It can be intense. If it's too intense, you can take a reclined pigeon like we did at the first of class. Lying on your back and breathe into any tight spot that you're feeling. And slowly coming up. Downward facing dog, shake out, do whatever you need to do. Maybe you inhale that right leg back up. Preparing for pigeon on the opposite side. Inhale left leg, opening up the hip. Maybe circle the foot. And then bring it through, bringing the left ankle to right wrist. Option to put a block under your left hip. And forward fold, coming onto your hands or stacked on fists. And just settle in. My thoughts are creative. I say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind. No person, place, or thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind. Downward facing dog. Inhale that leg, shake it out, whatever you need to do. After that pigeon, we're going to drop onto our hands and knees, coming into tabletop. And then just shifting over into our easy seat, our Sukhasana. Inhaling the hands overhead, palms to touch, drawing it to heart center. My thoughts are creative. I create my own reality and everyone in it. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick 10-minute practice to feel creative, to tap into our mind, body, and spirit. Namaste. Don't forget to subscribe to Happy Vibes Yoga and like this video.